It's well established that up until this point, the IPL has operated on the modus operandi of not only having auctions every year to ensure players are bid for, and of course you can sign them on contracts, but every 3 years there has been a cycle of what's known as mega auctions. What are mega auctions? Well, teams get a limited number of retentions and the rest of the players all go into the auction pool. It has been in recent times something that has generated a lot of debate both for and against it, because there are plenty of people who enjoy it. There's also a number of people who feel that it takes away from the sporting spectacle of the IPL and focuses more on the entertainment side of things. Many, in fact, have also called for it to be scrapped and bring in something of a draft system to ensure that players get picked up on a yearly basis. But is that going to be happening? Well, not according to something that the BCCI Secretary Jay Shah said in a recent interview with the Times of India. What exactly did he say? He said that we have a mega auction every third year. This will give an opportunity for players to get shuffled, providing different teams the opportunity to win the trophy. What does that tell you? The mega auction isn't going anywhere. Well, that's bad news if, of course, you are someone who wanted the mega auction scrapped. For me, I've always never really been a fan of it because I don't think it contributes to long-term team building. You will more often than not end up seeing teams shuffle for no fault of their own. And what's more, there's not that much of an identity left between fans and players, because again, at the end of the day, whilst people may support, let's say, the teams, those teams are also defined by the players who play for them. So it's good to have a bit of a long-term continuity to ensure that you can, let's say, have players identifiable with your franchise. The longer they're there, the more they become identified by that particular franchise. And there are few players who end up getting that sort of a right because they are retained consistently by their franchises, but not every single player gets that right. That being said, there are definite advantages to keeping the mega auction. For one, it allows for a reset for all 10 IPL teams every 3 years, and that is something that does, let's say, even the competitive feel just a little bit, because it ensures that if one team get it right in one cycle, they're not going to be dominating the competition for, let's say, about 5 to 10 years. No long-term domination is possible because those teams are, whether you like it or not, broken up for the most part, with most of them going into the mega auction. And perhaps the biggest reason why it's not changing is because the mega auction is a massive ratings hit for both the BCCI as well as the broadcasters. So there is plenty of money to be made in this regard. And that, perhaps, if you ask me, would be the key reason to continue on with this, because from a sporting sense, it makes no sense that every 3 years you just rip up their blueprint and start from scratch as a team. The only sport where I think something similar applies on a few years basis is Formula 1, where you will have a major change in the rules and regulations that govern how it is you build the car. But even that happens for a specific reasons. It is to drive innovation in terms of safety, in terms of speed, and it's not necessarily something there to reset, let's say, the competitive field order, although that is something that does happen. But the reasons for it happening are, of course, multifold, and has absolutely nothing to do with, just giving teams an advantage just because. But that's the closest example. No other sport has this, and with good reason. Why should a team be forced to give away a competitive advantage that they have worked hard to own, whilst others who are constantly messing around in auctions and not getting it right are given the opportunity every 3 years anyway to get things right? It makes no sense to me, but that's just my opinion on things. What do you guys think? You can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTheCap app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, from my side though, it's goodbye.